If you think there's nothing to do in Newcastle and Lawrence County, then think again. Always stay connected to NCTV45 to receive the information on events going on in and around the area on a daily basis. Programs to view are Newswatch, The Morning Show, and Community Happenings. NCTV45 takes pride in bringing you the event and organization info that you want. NCTV45 is the #1 media source locally. NCTV45, anytime on your time.
Entrusting your loved one to a funeral director is a very personal and emotional decision. The funeral director you choose must understand the importance of the decision you have made. When you call the William and Roger DeCarbo Funeral Home, I recognize what a privilege it is to be chosen at your time of need. We will provide you and your family with the best service possible, with sincerity and compassion.
The William and Roger DeCarbo Funeral Home, family owned and operated since 1941.
Come dine with us, come dine today. If you could use some real good food, there's a place not far away. If you could use a drink or two, or a place to go and play, come to Gallows Italian Villa today.
Greatest castle, Newcastle. Come by and take a look.
Chuck Tanner would be proud of the restaurant that bears his name. Chuck Tanner's Restaurant, owned and operated by the Papazikas family, would love for you to be part of a Newcastle tradition. Come enjoy the great breakfast, super lunch, and second-to-none dinner choices from their Italian, Mediterranean, and American cuisine. You can relax with a wonderful atmosphere and something from the bar. If you're planning an event, ask about their banquet facility. Tanner's Restaurant is located at 2305 Wilmington Road in Neshannock Township.
Good evening, Newcastle, and a very pleasant welcome to Newswatch Nightly. And you know, I won't waste your time until there's stories that really need to be addressed, and we've got a lot of them coming out just about everywhere. And hats off to a lot of people that I believe made some of this possible, including Aaron Bernstein. Now, and this story is still developing, so let me kind of get ahead of that. First of all, NCTV45 is proud to be your community station and bring you high school sports. Throughout the year, we've brought you hockey, basketball, baseball, cross country, track, and the king of Western Pennsylvania, football. Now, in these days where the governor and Rachel Levine can't seem to make up their mind, a story today came out and was broke, and we have calls into Harrisburg as there are questions that need to go out to define this. So I don't want to get in a position where, oh, Angelo said, or we talked about them already dividing the stadium into pods. Well, this was released today. It was issued June 10th and updated September 2nd today on how they view sports. The intent. They're saying that the coronavirus is easily transmitted, so it is essential that we do things not to spread it. I got it. Organizations subject to the guidance. The Commonwealth is employing a regional and industrial specific approach to reopening non-life sustaining businesses. He goes on to say, everyone involved in sports activities must wear a face covering, such as a mask, unless they fall under the exception of Section 3. Professional sports is defined as sporting events which participants are paid by the league, team, or at which individuals, teams receive prizes or purses. In this instance, okay, we're talking about professionals. They want the player practice with no more than 250 people at an outdoor site or directly outside of the site, or 25 people or more in the indoor site. Now, Allegheny County, home of the professional teams, has raised their 25 to 100. This came out from the governor's office, so I don't want to be remiss on where this came from. Channel 11 reported it, and there's a lot of people asking a lot of questions, so hang in there. College, NCAA, college athletic conferences, as well as intramural club sports may resume in-person activities in alignment with the PA Department of Ed. Teams relevant to collegiate conferences, post-secondary institutions must develop and post on athletic health and safety plans. And having a son that's college age, they haven't been doing the intramurals. They haven't been doing anything, and it's getting really bad. It goes on to high school. Under the PIAA and the Pennsylvania Independent Schools Athletic Association, they must follow the preliminary guidance. The administration is concerned that holding school sports before January 2020 will significant health risks to the participants and the public, and strongly recommends against holding such events. We already knew that. He then went, it applies to youth teams, individual teams, cheerleading, allows conditional drills and other activities on an individual basis to continue, includes competitive and intramural play and scrimmages. All sports activities must adhere to the gathering limitations. Now, if you recall, they divided this into pods at one point in time. And with dividing it into pods, that almost created more questions than it was worth, because the Allegheny schools, Allegheny County, they had a bird. And the parents were very up in arms. Now, with that, okay, everyone attending sports, including coaches, must wear face coverings. Athletes are not required to wear face coverings while actually engaged in the workouts or the competition. Spectators may attend, and this is where spectators may attend, but that counts towards the statewide gathering. This was put out by Channel 11. I'm just kind of reiterating it. The community league or team designated as a primary contact to all questions related to COVID. The community league or team must develop an action plan. The community league or team must educate all athletes, staff, families about the symptoms. Coaching staff and officials and other adult personnel must wear face coverings, not to jeopardize their health. This goes on, and I'm not shrieking from this. I mean, the phone was ringing off the wall today. Coaches and athletes must maintain a social distance while on the sidelines. The staff must screen and monitor the athletes for symptoms. All athletes, coaches, and officials must bring their own water. You're not allowed anything like that. Activities increase the risk of exposure or saliva must not be allowed, including chewing gum, spitting, licking fingers, and eating sunflower seeds. Shaking hands, bumping fists, these things aren't allowed. Whenever possible, the equipment and other personal items should be separated and not shared. If multiple games are to be held at the same facility, time should be allowed. Concession stand and other food must adhere to the guidance that they have for businesses. To operate games and organizations, teams must otherwise permit to conduct in-person activities pursuant to the guidance are encouraged to do the following. Coaches should create a backup staffing plan, limit cash transactions, create protocols to limit entrance and exit traffic. Guidance for caregivers and spectators. Seating areas, including bleachers, must adhere to social distancing requirements. Anyone in the same house, and spacing for anyone not in the same household. Everyone age 2 or older must wear a face mask. Caregivers or spectators should not enter the field of play or bench areas. Non-essential visitors, spectators, volunteers should be limited when possible. Caregivers and coaches access the risk based on the individual athletes on the team. Okay, and caregivers should monitor their children for symptoms. And this was a lengthy release. Okay, by the state, and then put out. the things to come away with: you must wear a mask, social distance, everyone over 2 must wear a mask, caregivers and spectators should not only enter the field, should never enter the field to play, non-essential visitors and spectators, volunteers should be limited when possible, caregivers and coaches should access levels of risk based on individual athletes, and caregivers should monitor their children for symptoms. Now, that all of what came out today, and again, I'll say WPXI reported it. Then they went on. Their title was Breaking News: Spectators may now attend school sports but must follow the guidance regulations. And then they said the Pittsburgh Public Schools voted to allow sports. So that was huge, and that was breaking at about 3:30. So just to give you an idea how fresh this is with what's going on. I mean, it's crazy, and I kind of fault the governor for making this late call, especially in the world of college sports, and those kids that went to school or didn't go to school. You know, I know a couple schools, they said you come up but go online. Well, you know, part of the college experience is enjoying a football game or intramurals or seeing your friends. And when that gets knocked out, then you're just going online. And there's no socialization. So that became an issue. And this new stuff just put out by the governor on social mitigation and or social distancing and attending football games may have been because of Rachel Levine, and it's a flea market, it isn't a car show. So we have to consider that. Public outcry in Pittsburgh was huge, and thus that was also on the table. Now, Nctv45 still plans to do games, and we will keep you posted. Now, there has been questions on, well, how do we watch the game? Well, I'm going to take this opportunity to show you right here on our newscast how you can watch Nctv45. Keep in mind that Nctv45 is available anytime on your time, and it's also available, okay, anytime on your TV. Now, we had aired this a couple times a while ago, and I'm going to put it up for you now. Let's say you have a stick. Let's say that you have Comcast, Xfinity, DirecTV, whatever it is. You can watch it by doing the same things. So let's watch this closely, and I'm going to demonstrate right here how you can watch on your TV.
NCTV45 is the #1 media source locally. NCTV45, anytime on your time.
Here we are again, making your life easier to watch NCTV45. Now, let's review. You can already watch on your tablet, and don't get confused with that rubber band. I just use it in there to hold my pen. So, yep, whether you got an Android or you got an Apple, you can watch on your tablet. We showed you how to make an app, and you could do that on your tablet or your phone. And yeah, you can watch on your phone. Now you know you can watch on your computer, but now what about the TV? Well, we're going to show you right now a very simple, easy, just like that, how to watch NCTV45 on your TV. And now, watch very carefully, because this is if you have cable systems. Now, in our area, and I know we're going across the world, we have Armstrong and we have Comcast right here in Western Pennsylvania. And I'm going to show you if you have, we'll do Comcast right now. If you have that and you have their trade name Xfinity, I'm going to show you all you have to do to watch NCTV45. Now, let's take a look.
Xfinity button. Now we use the arrow button to arrow across to where it says apps. There it says apps. Now press OK.
I definitely see like so much of that, and we can be so definitely.
Now you see the YouTube app on your TV. We will arrow across to the YouTube app and choose it. Notice how the YouTube app comes to the front. Now we'll press OK on the remote. Now it loads and YouTube comes up. Now we'll press the up arrow to the search. When you press it, notice how the top becomes white. Now we'll arrow in our letters, NCTV45. Now on our recent searches, we've already used NCTV45, so it's right there. Notice the letters that you can pick out the station name. We'll pick out NCTV45 and show you your options. Here you can choose from all NCTV45's programming, including live events, Focus NC, Newswatch, Cook in the Castle, just to name a few. Here we chose Focus NC. It's just that simple. NCTV, now available on your television
Nctv45, the train, anytime on your time.
right in your very own living room, family room. Anytime on your time.
And a very pleasant welcome.
No craziness. You could just sit back in your chair, hit the remote, and watch. Living room, family room, kitchen, bedroom, wherever you watch TV. And next up, we're going to show you about those sticks on our next NCTV45 promotions that show you if you have one of those all fancy. Now, I don't want to kill a point, but I wanted you to get the idea. And we will be at Newcastle. We have waited to hear from other schools so that we might also get their games on, and we're working on that, and we will keep you up to date, up to and including volleyball. Now, the COVID numbers that came in today, 816. So it hangs around and fluctuates between 5 and 8. We know that. And the numbers are going down, and that is a good thing. So, hey. Now, in the midst of all this, well, you know what? Let's go to sports, and we'll check that out, and then we'll come back with some more stuff right after this.
The Cedars Restaurant in Newcastle wants you to indulge in the food from their pleasing menu. The Cedars features Mediterranean, pub food, Middle Eastern cuisine, and so much more. They're open every day 11 a.m. to 10 p.m. Call the Cedars on the east side at 827 Addis Street, Newcastle. 724-658-9543. That's 724-658-9543.
Hello and welcome to the Cedar Sports Corner. I'm Ryan Livengood and let's get to sports. The fate of the college football season remains up in the air at this point in time. That has not stopped programs from planning as if there will indeed be games and preparing accordingly based on social distancing guidelines and procedures, however. Notre Dame is one of the more premier programs in the country, and that means a packed house every single game. The school has already taken a step toward having a limited capacity at home games by doing away with the single game ticket lottery system for 2020. The Fighting Irish are already in a tough spot, given the team is an independent in football. Teams switching to all conference schedules would make a season just that much more difficult and complicated for Notre Dame. So all the programs really can do is just keep preparing as if the schedule will be played. Being proactive is always better than pretending like nothing bad is happening after all. Announcing there will not be a ticket lottery also prevents fans from sinking money into tickets that will not be able to be used. Some fans may not be happy about this, but it is for everyone's safety, and that includes the players on the field also. Putting certain measures in place can potentially help the Notre Dame host a few games this season, possibly. However, no one knows for sure what will happen at this point. All of the available time since March quickly has dried up as August has closed. In Giants football, 2 starting players left the field with apparent injuries on Monday. making it a contender for the costliest practice of training camp so far. Wide receiver Golden Tate and linebacker Blake Martinez did not complete the workout, and it is unclear just how long their situations will go on for. Tate wound up leaving the field altogether and returning to the team's temporary headquarters across the parking lot at MetLife Stadium after grabbing his right hamstring early in practice. He injured himself lunging for a deep pass from Daniel Jones in a one-on-one route running drill. Martinez, who missed 2 days of action last week, but returned to practice fully on Sunday, came out about halfway into Monday's practice. Trainers appeared to be working on his ankle or foot, but Joe Judge had not disclosed Martinez's previous injury, so it is unclear whether this is a new issue or a setback from the old previous issue. Judge did say on Sunday that Martinez was fully healed from what had been keeping him out previously. Judge spoke to media before practice and did not address the injuries afterward. The Giants also had defensive lineman R.J. McIntosh on the sideline for most of the practice with a heavy ice wrap around his ankle. Notre Dame has landed several spots in ESPN's list in producing some of the most talent in college football. They landed in the top 10 in the offensive line also. Also in Notre Dame, wide receiver Isaiah Robertson entered the transfer portal on Tuesday afternoon, so we'll see how that goes. I'm Ryan Livengood. That's all for sports. We will be right back after this timeout.
Rally sons of Notre Dame, sing the glory and sound the fame, raise the gold and blue.
This program furnished by Sporting Goods, 23 East Washington Street, Newcastle. Call 724-658-2535. This program sponsored by Penn Ohio Bottled Water Company. Brian Ches, owner. Call 724-498-4760. Brian would be glad to visit.
Hello, friends, and it's Los Amigos. Let me tell you what, great food. Whether you get the chimichangas, enchiladas, tacos, whatever you get, you're going to love them. The nice, friendly atmosphere. Stop by. Tell them NCTV45 sent you. It's Los Amigos sponsoring this program. Buongiorno! Yes, it's two fat guys in an oven with their great Italian pastries, bread, pizzelles, pizza, sandwiches, everything you could imagine at two fat guys in an oven. They're great for lunch, great for take home, and great for any time. You just want to get away and get something to eat, get that cup of coffee, and that great treat. Two fat guys in an oven, give them a try. Right. Welcome back, and if you think you're in bizarro world, you are. Lieutenant Governor Fetterman calls for legislation to legalize cannabis. That's marijuana. Let's see. You didn't want the kids to play. You didn't want anybody to go watch them. You're really kind of against those good wholesome activities, but smoking pot, that's okay. Wow. Wow. That's all I Betsy DeVos, back to school letter to American parents. At the end of the day, we want everyone to have choices to make the best decision for them. So choose to learn at home. You may choose to learn in their school. You may choose to do a combination of both. Each of you needs to be able to choose what's best for your own families. Education Secretary Betsy DeVos writes in the Detroit News. President Donald Trump and I are fighting every day for more options for every student and every family this fall. Thank goodness. Some sanity. Now, let's check out Your Health segment. As Sharon Regional gets a new president, and we're going to go right to Your Health and get that up for you. So without any further ado, and sometimes, folks, you have to see, I'm doing the switching and everything, it's a little hard to see. Here you go, Your Health. Of Nctv45 Your Health, featuring Sharon Regional. Sharon Regional Medical Center announced that Robert Golowski has been named as the new president of Sharon Regional Medical Center. A seasoned administrator with more than 25 years experience in the health care industry, Golowski brings a wealth of knowledge in healthcare management, hospital operations, with a passion for clinical excellence and providing the highest quality patient care. Before joining Sharon Regional, he served for more than a decade as the CEO of Excella Health in Greensburg, PA. Earlier in his career, he held a leadership role at Allegheny General Hospital and UPMC. We are pleased to welcome a leader of Bob's caliber to Sharon Regional. His credentials and industry experience in leading healthcare systems is a perfect match as we look forward to the future of Sharon Regional Medical Center, said John Perino, North Regional Chief Operating Officer of Stewart Healthcare. Bob will continue to position Sharon as a premier community hospital in the region, bringing a new model of healthcare to better serve patients through the highest quality care at an affordable cost. I look forward to the opportunity to lead the Sharon Medical Center and its dedicated team of physicians, nurses, and support teams, said Bob. I understand the importance of the tradition of community hospital represents to Mercer County, and I'm going to add Lawrence County, and an eager and engaged with patients, families, businesses, and elected officials to reinforce our commitment to deliver quality healthcare programs and services. Golowski received his undergraduate from St. Vincent's in Latrobe and later earned his Juris Doctorate from the University Pittsburgh School of Law. And as you know, Sharon Regional is your community health care provider, 184-bed hospital, acute care with 19 satellite centers in the region. As a joint accredited hospital, Sharon Regional proudly offers specialized services including heart and vascular emergency, heart attack, stroke, cancer care, orthopedics, sports medicine, minimal invasive surgery, emergency care, a women's center, and an accredited bariatric center and breast care center. And they're part of the Stewart healthcare system. I can't say enough good things about Sharon Regional. They are excellent, and every time I've been there, the professionalism and the results have been astounding. Congratulations going out to Bob Rogalowski, and I apologize for the pronunciation of the name. Here's wishing you all the best. From Angelo Perrotta at Nctv45, this was Nctv45 Your Health. I gotta get away.
This program sponsored by Lombardo's Apothecary, located at 1230 South Mill Street on the south side of Newcastle.
Now that was the Sharon Regional Your Health, Nctv45 Your Health. We're going to head over to weather and check out what's in store for you. Hang right in there and we'll be right back.
BSB. Big Shot Bobs are the wings for me. 50 flavors, make it right, you see. BSB has sandwiches you have to try. Stop in and you'll know why. Every day of the week you see. Call or stop in to BSB. Big Shot Bobs will be your favorite place, just like me.
Easy Clean Car and Van Wash, where your clean wash is our goal.
Hello and welcome once again to Lawrence County 45 weather. And well, after last night's rain, little scattered thunder shower and 63, how is your Thursday looking? Don't get all excited, folks. The rain's still around. As you can see on local radar and the national scene, well, we do have some clearing, but this area cloudiness has to push through, and then we'll be okay, as you can see. And let's get right to your forecast. Here you go. Of course, last night rain, thunder showers, 63. Now your Thursday, scattered showers, cloudy, 83. Rain will be coming to an end as the day goes on. And it will be getting more widespread. Thursday night, isolated showers, partly cloudy, low of 60. Now comes the good stuff, folks. Friday, sunshine, 77. Friday night, mostly clear, 52. Saturday, sunshine and 77. Saturday night, mostly clear and 54. Sunday, sunshine and 81. Sunday night, partly cloudy, low 59. Now, as you get to Labor Day, and this Labor Day weekend just seems to be getting better, partly sunny, 79. Now, the chance of rain is only 30%. So, you're getting away with sunshine Friday through Monday. Then, as you go back to work on Tuesday, sunshine and 82. Now, you can't beat that with a stick as take another look, and just good, solid weather with not too hot, low humidity, and after being through these humid days, that's a great thing. This was Lawrence County 45 weather. We're going to take this break, and we'll be back right after these messages. Elham's for one great dining experience.
There's more than meets the eye. You gotta give them a Newcastle a try. The right small town for living. Look around.
At our law firm, we see you. Come see us at lgkg.com.
This program sponsored by Lombardo's Apothecary, located at 1230 South Mill Street on the south side of Newcastle.
Today's programming is brought to you by Nctv45 and NC Radio 450, Newcastle's community television station.
Now we're back, and folks, it's a heck of a ride right now as we're going through this. So I want to announce a new show for those looking for jobs or employers. We're going to have a show dedicated to that. So we'll be putting that out. Look for it in the upcoming days. Nctv45, your health on and cooking the castle will be coming at you as well as the other programming you've gotten used to. So I thank you so much. Make sure that you tell a friend and have a friend tell a friend about Nctv45. They'll be glad you did. And when they say, I don't watch a lot of TV, you tell them that Nctv45, well, we're available anytime on your time. A train that runs on your schedule, that's Nctv45. Now make sure you get that second cup of coffee and have a super day in what I call the greatest castle in the world in the county of Lawrence. Have a great day, everybody. Great evening. Maybe get a little dessert, pie, coffee. And we'll see you again real soon.